I'm going to show you how to tie the Carrick Bend. The Carrick Bend is a great way to attach two ropes together that's relatively easy to take apart once it's unloaded. It's especially useful with very large, thick ropes or hawser lines. Now, some people pronounce it Carrick, but I've always heard it pronounced Carrick. So this is a tomato issue. Whichever you want, the knot is the same. With the right hand rope, what you do is you create a loop just like this, very simple, with the running end down here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the other rope, and this is a little bit handily, if you will. This is not as easy to tie quickly as a square knot. But you can see I've got the running end here, and you're going to pull some slack. And what you're going to do is go over this line here and under the rope that's under the running end of the other one. And this creates a beautiful loop. You'll see in a moment. Carrick Bend's really pretty. It's probably one of the prettiest knots there are. Okay, so far so good. And now this running end, I'm going to weave it or knit it under the line that comes from itself. So all you do is you come over these two crossed, under itself, and then back up over the opposite line. And when you put it together, it should look like a very crossed up square knot. It's like one of the most prettiest knots there ever was. You can see it there. It doesn't look like much, but as I begin tightening it up, you'll see when I dress this knot, the two lines should end up forcing over each other, and you create this nice little almost macrame type knot here. And you can see the back there should be nice and symmetric, almost looking like a square. And on top, the two lines should oppose each other and pop out just like that. So this is a very easy to inspect knot. If it looks anything other than this, it won't hold up and will fall apart. The reason that Boy Scouts show you the square knot instead of the Carrick Bend is the Carrick Bend is a lot more fiddly to tie, but it doesn't suffer from bounce undoing like a square knot does. A square knot's very easy to undo. The Carrick Bend will hold itself together, but it is a more complicated knot. And then when you pull on this bad boy, check that out. And then if I just want to loosen it, all I do is break the neck there, break the neck there, and boom, the Carrick Bend comes apart super easy. So for the amount of power and strength that the Carrick Bend has to hold things together, it's very easy to take apart, unlike other knots like the double fisherman's. So the Carrick Bend is a great choice to attach two ropes, especially when they're super thick. One point though is if you've got some important load, make sure don't just to have 4 inches or 10 centimeters. You really want 12 inches or almost 30 centimeters of dangling line, just in case something starts to slip, if you don't get this all tightened down. And that way you're very confident that you've got the Carrick Bend tied. Knots like this and others are featured in my book, The Most Crucial Knots to Know. Check out links below in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your Carrick Bend.